My boyfriend, 40M, thinks I'm 37F, someone else. Me, 37F, and my boyfriend, 40M, of 7 months have a great relationship overall. We are living long distance now, but he plans to move to my town mid-next year. He has been great support as I have been going through a rough time personally these last couple of months. But for some reason, he seems to have snapped. I am spending Thanksgiving with my sister and her family and my kids. He is by himself in his state. I texted him throughout the day as usual, go give him companionship and love, but about halfway through the day, my boyfriend started asking me, "Who is this?" and saying he knows it isn't me talking, which it was. He kept getting more insane with it, saying I was actually my sister, saying my ex was impersonating me or took control of my phone, and saying this was breaking his heart and that he was concerned whether I was okay. I was trying to tell him I was my normal self, but was preoccupied with family activity, but he wouldn't let it go. My boyfriend then called me that night and I spoke to him, but I was being calm and quiet because I lacked privacy in my sister's house. I answered all of his personal questions and he just kept saying, "What is going on?" and that I was creeping him out. He said my voice didn't sound like me, called me robotic, and said I was an AI voice. SMH. Nothing was able to appease him. He ultimately said he would not talk to me until he figured this out. I haven't heard from him all day. We both asked each other if the other had taken something that would change our behavior, and both denied doing so. I'm starting to wonder if he's gone psychotic, but I have known him for 13 years and never seen behavior like this out of him. Does anyone know what is happening with him, or how I should respond? I love him, and I just want him to believe me, but this was hurtful too. This sounds like a psychotic delusion. Is there anyone near him you can reach out to? Sounds like he's in psychosis. I had a bipolar husband, and our 2 kids have significant mental health issues. When they go into a manic episode, it's followed by psychosis. My husband and I had been married 6 months when he had his first episode. Please be careful. In an episode, he tried to kill me. He became increasingly violent in his paranoia over the years. Yeah, shit, this is psychological or neurological. Be super careful, OP. If your boyfriend truly believes that you're not yourself, he could hurt or kill you. I hate to be unnecessarily dramatic, but if your boyfriend is in psychosis, then he's too dangerous to be around. Paranoid delusions, he needs immediate mental help. Contact someone close to him who can help him out, provide all details of what he's doing. If it gets any worse, I highly recommend pushing for a wellness check through law enforcement. Remember to give details so they know they need a medical professional to assess him. This is known as the Capgras delusion, I think, and it's very specific in its effect belief that a loved one has been replaced. I would suggest you call emergency services, preferably ambulance rather than police, as police might scare him, to go check on him. Oliver Sacks has written about it, and the second episode of Beautiful Minds is about it if that helps. He has a good chance of being able to getting better, but does need help right now. My girlfriend, 27 female, breached my 30 male trust and now wants me to make a big decision. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years. Recently moved into a rental townhome 5 months ago. We have been in talks at looking into buying a home together. However, there are a couple things recently that have made me hesitant. 1. Couple months ago, I caught her texting another man she played co-ed softball with. He asked if we were still together and she said for now. 2. 2 weeks ago, during an argument, she decided to leave and pack a bag, screaming at me she would find another apartment. She stayed at her parents' for 5 days before coming back. So given these things, what is anyone's advice as to even try to make this work or cut things off right now? It makes me nervous thinking about being tied to a mortgage with someone really inconsistent. Edit. The co-ed softball guy is 50. I have her location. It was always at her parents' house. I'm not worried about her cheating with him, more so the betrayal in general in text. No one should buy a house with someone they're not married to. How many times do we have to tell you people? Buy a house together? Are you high? I'd be trying to figure out how to get through the lease on this rental and get this girl out of your life. You already know the answer. The first one should have been a deal breaker. She may be with you, but she doesn't want to be with you. For now, when talking to another man is letting you know she's not committed. Walking away for 5 days instead of staying and working it out with you shows the lack of maturity. She's not fully committed, and she's not ready to move forward. I don't know how long your lease is, but you need to take steps now to plan your exit out of this relationship. One of you is going to walk, so you might as well be prepared. If you share accounts, you need to secure your finances. If she knows your passwords, you need to change them all. Be prepared for her to leave you holding the bag for everything. You moved into a condo together, and instead of being ready to move forward, she is moving backwards. Time to break up. My jaw dropped at the "for now, don't do it." My fiancé, M27, told our mutual friend, F27, that he was in love with her. My fiancé and this mutual friend have been friends since college, so about 5 years, and we've been together for 3. We are friends because they are friends, but we developed a close friendship. She's 32 weeks pregnant. Bigger built, large assets in the back. I'm petite, larger chest, and decently sized rear. He decided to one night swipe up on her story with her in tight leggings, showing her pregnant stomach, and say, "Yeah, I'm in love with you," after never saying anything like this to her before, so she says. Of course, comments about her backside have always been a thing, but I mean it's huge, so I get that part. I'm postpartum, and our relationship is already on the rocks, so this felt like betrayal. I'm not friends with her anymore, and I had to beg him to delete her from his stuff already. How do we even move past this? We have a baby, plus my first baby, and been engaged for 9 months. This hurt. His reasoning behind why he did it was that he said it looked good. The thing is, he never says that stuff to me in that way. He compliments me, but barely. I just feel betrayed and really disgusting, especially since I do have some weight to lose. I've never felt insecure about this with him, and we've been together over 3 years. He shouldn't have been commenting on her body in any capacity, as a person in a relationship. That's it, point blank, period. And now he's telling her that directly. Have some self-respect. Break the engagement and co-parent while separate. Why would you want to marry a man who told another woman he loves her while you're engaged and just had his child? Is that the kind of relationship you want your child to see growing up? I'm so sorry this happened to you, but you deserve significant other much better. You shouldn't be made to question your own self-worth by someone you're set to spend forever with. It's interesting that you don't state the friend's response to your fiancé's declaration of love. The fact that she told you this should have been the wake-up call about your fiancé and not your friend. In fact, your friend was looking out for you by telling you what he said to her and stomped on her kindness. Your fiancé is a jerk who doesn't like or respect you. On top of that, this is not even your first post about problems with him. I saw you deleted said posts about him. As long as you're with him, you will remain insecure. Do you want to change that or not? Went from having a threesome to a dead bedroom post to this. I think you're not getting what you need from your boyfriend, and you will eventually run him away. I think it's weird that your title says he confessed his love, but your post just says he complimented her ass. I think it's weird he is looking at thirst traps and complimenting them, especially mutual friends. Then again, you had a threesome with some friends, so he probably thinks it's okay, because he's allowed to find more potential partners. Glad your relationship isn't my relationship. Good luck. Given what you've said here, you owe it to yourself to break this engagement off. Don't marry him. You feel betrayed. You've expressed your discontent with what he's done. I am sorry, as I know you have a child together, but for him to say he loves another woman doesn't bode well for going forward. Not friends with her anymore because your boyfriend made a creepy comment to her, but still with the weirdo man who did. Make it make sense. You're mad at the wrong person. He's not going to change, even if you cut out every woman he does this to. Boyfriend, M19, gifted me, F19, something bit, asked for the money back. Basically, we went to Sephora together, and I said I needed to buy a new concealer, but didn't have enough money for it. I had 20 euros and asked him if he could add 4 euros so I could buy it. He was okay with it, said he was going to buy me the concealer, and that I could give him my money right after. He then said, after paying, that it was a gift and told me to keep my money. But then, like a few hours later, he literally asked me to give him the money back? I don't understand, honestly. Why would you say that you're offering me something if you actually don't want to? This man made 400 euro today BTW, and I never ever ask for anything. This richest man I ever dated asked me to Venmo him 2.40 for my half of the ice cream tub we split at his house. Some people are just like that. You need to decide if that's something you're okay with, because they are not changing for you. Someone who's stingy isn't only stingy with their money, you grow to realize they're also stingy with their love, time, and affection. Maybe he didn't want to sound like a tight person in front of the sales reps, but figured it didn't matter if he sounded like one in front of you. Don't be afraid to ask him why he would renege on that and how it's left you feeling. Sometimes people are oblivious to how inappropriate they're being. I know I've made some faux pas in my early days, grew up poor, and so I irrationally held on to things when I first started earning. I'm better now. Or of course he might just be a dick. Either way, standing on business will let him know you didn't appreciate his change on a promise. I don't like friends or partners who nickel and dime me. Sometimes I will pay for something, sometimes they will pay for something. It all balances out. He's very cheap asking for €4 back. I'd get out now. The real villain is the society that made you feel you need to pay £24 for concealer. So you're down to your last €20 and you decided to buy a €24 concealer that you don't need?